If you love God, love people, and love real estate, you're in the right place. My name is Derek Forston. They call me Mr. ILF, and I'm super glad you're here because one more time, if you've been trying to get into real estate, you kind of like helping people and you got some patience. And again, you do not want to start a group home because it requires a license. You just found your next big brother, and that's me. My name is Derek, and again, super glad you're here. You guys got a lot of choices of where you could be, but y'all chose to be here, and I appreciate that. So if you on any other forum to where you can just hear me, I encourage you to come over to YouTube. That's where we're live. That's where I'll be able to answer your questions, your concerns, and we're going to have some ILF talk tonight. Today, we're going to be real relaxed and laid back. We got a bunch of announcements to make today. Yeah. But other than that, man, if you want to know how to get into real estate, the easiest way in terms of how we think of it, not having to buy property, not needing a license, I want you guys to join us on our YouTube channel right now at Forston Consultants. Well, as I introduce my beautiful wife to you all who does the exact same thing I do, but a little bit different. Shay, tell the people who you are and what you do.
Absolutely. I'm Shanya Shay Forston, president and founder of the Angela Denise Foundation, co-founder here at Forston Consultants, and I utilize the ILF model in my nonprofit organization. Well, not mine, but the one that I get to steward. So again, the same exact things go, right? In the same way Derek runs his ILF is the same way I run my ILF. The only thing different is that I'm governed by a board of directors. So that's a group of individuals like-minded that have some type of connection in the community that can help carry the burden or the purpose of this nonprofit. So that is the blessing of that. I get to do other things outside of the ILF. The ILF is actually the program that is consistent income within my nonprofit, within the nonprofit. So I'm excited about talking about the ILF model. It's always interesting to hear people's questions and being able to answer them because a lot of people have misconceptions when it comes to the ILF model. So welcome. We're excited to have you here and we look forward to today's conversation. Derek?
Yeah. I'm in no rush per se today, but I do got a lot of announcements. But before I get started, I want to just know who's new to us and also where you guys located. If you found us within the last 3 to 14 days, say, Derek, I'm new to you, bro. Derek, I don't know you. Derek, I saw a post. Derek, I saw an ad. Derek, I was scrolling on YouTube and saw something about shared housing and ILFs, and I jumped in.
Right.
Or Derek, I'm tired of my job, and I was scrolling, and you was talking about how I can make a bunch of money doing God's will and helping people. And again, thank you to all the people that are always here. We appreciate you guys. Shay, you were saying something? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you got to show off your new merch.
So my new merch is, we got this saying that goes by, I say that I'm unemployed on purpose.
Yeah.
And that's a 2-meaning definition. Apparel that explains what I like to call a 2-definition type of thing. I'm unemployed on purpose, meaning I meant to leave my job. I did that on purpose. It wasn't a mistake. But the other side that means unemployed on purpose means I'm in purpose for what God has for me, which means taking people from homeless to hopeful and also sharing it all over the world. So even though my wife is random like that, see how I can just go off the cuff? I had no clue she was going to say that.
I just thought about it.
New mug, and it says unemployed on purpose. I don't know where y'all can get this at. I don't know if she's got these for sale, but
they'll be up for sale
in
the next
YouTube
couple of weeks.
Channel. For a lot of you guys that ask, how can I support the channel? Below, we got a store. There's sweatshirts and t-shirts and all of that says this. Because some of y'all are like me. You didn't really like your job. Like, you ready to go. Some of you guys got great jobs, and I teach y'all to keep your job, and we're going to call you double up. You're going to keep your job and start a housing program. You said, Derek, man, I'm a lot like you, bro. I want to be unemployed on purpose.
Exactly.
And when I say unemployed, that means just from a regular 9-to-5 job. How many people are like me? Because, y'all, I used to be a social worker, barely making ends meet, making $28,000 a year, begging God to change my life. And he messed around and showed me a lady that was making $41,000 a month, housing people in rats and roaches. It ain't just me.
You had to talk about being unemployed on purpose.
So even though that seemed random to me, somebody needed that motivation. And let's go there now. My beginning story for all of y'all that don't know me, because I'm your new big brother.
Yeah.
I'm not that special from any of y'all. I love God. I love people. And I've always wanted to get into real estate. And watch this, because we're going to quote a lot of God and Jesus and scripture today. But watch this. I'm no pastor. I'm no priest. I'm surely not a bishop. Guys, I just got a big heart, just like most of y'all. I got patience for people, right?
Like a saint.
And I love real estate because I understand if I get into real estate, that's going to create generational wealth.
Yeah.
So I understood real fast that if I combine real estate and the love of God together and put it in a blender, I can pour it all over my city.
Correct.
But where the idea came from is God showed me a lady that was making 41 grand a month, housing people in roaches and in rats. And when I saw that, I said, game over. Why not me? So literally, I go all over the world now, my wife and I, teaching people the independent living facility model, but how to do it the right way. We went so far as that we trademarked it. Many years ago, we trademarked the ILF model in terms of how we teach it, how we do it, and the model of it. So if you hear this anywhere else, most of them are probably copying me. Some of them have gotten into this and they do their own thing and they call it different stuff. But listen to me for 30 minutes today and then go and listen to some of the people who you think teaching this.
Yeah.
Watch how a lot of their verbiage is mimicking me. And if you go way back, guys, I got more videos and more time and tenure than anybody you'll find on YouTube in this subject.
On any social platform. Let's
trust me on that. On my live tab on my YouTube channel alone, there's over 1,300 videos and they're all over 2 and 3 hours long. So guys, we are the people that came up with this. And again, I'm no genius. I just saw somebody doing this the wrong way.
Yeah.
One more time. If you made 41 grand a month, would that change your life a little bit?
Oh, 100%.
If you made $41,000 a month, would that change your life a little bit? And that's all this is, y'all. I just saw a lady doing this the wrong way. And I just said, man, what if I get this and do it the right way? And the cool part about it, she said, Derek, I'll never teach you this, but let me show you what I make doing it. And I'll admit, y'all, that's all it took for me. Some of y'all need for me to pull y'all hair and drag y'all in. When that woman showed me 41 grand a month, and then months later, I found out she was doing it in roaches and in rats, I said, oh, game over.
Just a mess.
I'm finna change my whole life with this. If she can make 41 grand a month, can you imagine what my life gonna turn into if I do this the right way?
Yeah. And
that's how I thought of it. So I'm done with that story. I normally take 2 hours just to tell that one story, but very simply, saw a lady doing it the wrong way. We got into it and put our own spin on it, and then we trademarked it to make sure that people don't get in this and do it the wrong way. And what I love to tell people, especially if you hate your job, you get in this and give me 6 to 9 months of your life. God and I would change your life, and you can walk away from that place.
Yeah.
Now, I got a lot of people that join me, and they leave their job in 30, 60, and 90 days. Are you one of those people? I got a lot of them in this chat and in this YouTube channel today and on TikTok. People that have been under my coaching for under 90 days, got their first house with tenants in it, and looking when can they leave their job.
Yeah.
Now, some of my newer people, Shay, they got such great jobs and their job don't bother them. They said, Derek, I ain't quit my job. Perfect. Like, I don't want you to.
Let me tell
only
you,
for people that just ready to go.
And I'll say this.
And we got a plan for it.
Right. Exactly. That's you went exactly where I was going.
Take it over.
So I think a lot of times people leave in haste and they don't prepare. Like, what people don't realize is, let me tell you, you complain about that $70, $80 that's taken out of your check every month for insurance, every week, every paycheck for insurance. When you come on this side, insurance is about anywhere, especially if it's you and a spouse, it's anywhere from about $1,100 a month. Yeah. So you've got a plan to be an entrepreneur, right? You want to make sure that you have everything in order and everything ready so that you can sustain your normal way of life, right? Without there being any interruption. So I love the fact that you said, don't be in such, you can be in a haste to leave your job, but don't be in such a haste that you leave unprepared. And that way it causes you more strife, more harm than good. That's what we don't want for you.
Absolutely. Guys, I'm like one of those churches, like, you won't come before us and we don't recognize you as being new in your first time. Like, I get why churches do that, because a lot of you guys that join us every week after week after week, we super appreciate you guys. You guys are the core of our channel. And what's really cool, guys, love and life. What's really cool about most people that find us, you guys are usually just like me and my family.
Yeah.
I guarantee you right now, all of y'all love God, you love people, and you love real estate or have been trying to get into it.
Yeah.
People just been gatekeeping it. I'm your new big brother now.
Yep.
And God just merged me and you together for such a time as this. Because what I want to show my new people really quickly, and we're going to move on to some general stuff and also some announcements.
Yeah.
So just like I told you guys can house the homeless as a mission. This is not a hobby. Shay talks a lot about like not just doing this like some side hustle. And Shay, even before I go into that, can you just do that now?
Yeah.
About why should this be a real business?
So most people get into entrepreneurship and they run their business as if it's a hobby. And what I mean by that is they don't put what's necessary into it. They start something quickly, which is fine, but you always want to prophesy over your business in so many words by starting off with a mind frame of where you want to be, right? And that's building the things that are necessary to incorporate growth. Prime example, having a CRM system. A lot of people, even us in the beginning, we didn't realize how imperative and important it was to have direct access to your contacts, to be able to communicate efficiently and effectively with the people that you're tending to do business with. It makes it more neat. It makes you more organized, especially if you're someone that has a hard time keeping things organized. A CRM, which is a customer relationship management system, helps you do that. People are afraid of getting websites in the interim, or in the beginning. You need that. You need a digital footprint, not just social media pages and platforms, but having a true website. People don't realize when you go to a bank and open up a business banking account, some banks, depending on where you go, may ask, oh, do you have a website? They may ask, oh, they're not going to say, oh, can I see your social media? They're going to say, hey, do you have a website? Do you have any social proof that lets us know who you are? And that validates who you are, making sure you have an actual entity, an LLC, S Corp, whatever corporation type you want, nonprofit, for-profit, whatever it is that you're trying to do. You want to make sure all of that stuff is in order. Having an EIN, employee identification number. This stuff makes you valid as a business. And a lot of people, like I said, a lot of times people don't take the time the word tells us to count the cost. And that doesn't just mean the financial cost. It's the overall cost, the cost of time, the cost of what talent needs to go in there, the cost of how do I, outlining the overall business, having ideas that you can effectively implement. Those are all counting cost actions. And a lot of people don't do that. And they just go out there, they start something, and then within 6 months to a year, if they don't see profitability, they jump out. They lose focus. They jump ship. It's a done deal. They have, they don't want to do it. So now it's just important, guys, that you do this with a mindset of longevity. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Business is a marathon. It is not a sprint.
That's a t-shirt right there.
And that's it. That's all I got. Business is a marathon.
I always like to take my new people through this just to kind of show them that, like, I'm no genius. So we've already talked about what is an ILF, and just one more time for my newer people, they're just simply an environment where adults are able to live and thrive without the need for staff and or medical oversight. Yeah. And then just along the way, Shay and I did decide to trademark it because we just saw how people was doing it so wrong. And I'll admit, y'all, we were surprised that the trademark was actually available. So when we got it, we just kind of molded it to the way that we do it now, the right way. Yeah. So here is me as your big brother years ago, begging God to change my life as a social worker, not really knowing that it was easier than I thought. And that's what most of y'all struggle with. Like, you're making this too hard. Yeah. One of the biggest blessings right now, and I'm gonna say right now about this industry, there is no license required to do this.
The ease of access.
Right. The ease of access, one more time, is just, again, what makes this easy. Now, one day, because Shay and I are building it right now, actually, that we are going to put some kind of parameters around it in terms of who's able to call it this, able to do it, able to accept phone calls and all of that. So just how the group home and the ALF today is kind of looked at and viewed and respected, the ILF will be one day too. So just because we want to make sure that good people are in this and also doing it the right way and not housing people in roaches, rats, beds on the floor, mattresses on the floor, right? No pillow, no pillowcase, all of that nasty stuff.
Yeah.
So when I told y'all that story just a little while ago, this is some of the stuff that I saw when I took a Saturday and went and saw for myself.
Yep.
And because I understood that a lot of y'all just simply wouldn't believe me, no knock on y'all, but y'all don't have to believe me. So I took pictures of a lot of the stuff that I saw.
Yeah. And
it was heartbreaking. And the same lady that was making the $41,000 a month, I was like, you can do that? So here's me at my desk again at work saying, God, it got to be more. God, it's got to be more. Even the current job you have now. Most of y'all are here because you want more out of life. But the devil is a liar that we're going to do it this way. Because nobody would teach me, y'all, I took a Saturday and I snuck to all the places. Because remember, I was the social worker.
Yeah.
Rookie me. Like, I begged God on that job for 9 years, y'all. I said, God, will you change my life? God, I want to help people. God, I want to get in real estate. Dummy me was in the middle of this the whole time and didn't even realize it. Until one day God said, Derek, wake up, bro. You in the middle of exactly what you want to do. Just go see it, because nobody want to teach you anyway.
Yeah.
So as I tell people, because I'm not real techy, can y'all see them beds on the floor? Can you see that burnt up kitchen and people still living in it? Can you see this bed on cinder blocks? Now, to all of my new people, this is what I saw that gave the idea. I am no genius. I barely finished high school, barely. When I was in high school, y'all, they had this test called the HSCT, High School Competency Test. I'm actually shocked I still remember that. Probably because I couldn't pass it. I don't care if you was a straight A student. If you couldn't pass that test, you didn't graduate. Later came the FCAT. FCAT, if you remember that, if you got kids or nieces and nephews, you had to pass that stuff. I don't know what they got now. I finished school in the year of 2000. I've been out of school 26 years. Guys, I couldn't pass that test. So when I graduated, they gave me a rolled up piece of paper just like everybody else. Mine wasn't even a diploma.
My God.
That's the first time I even told this story live. So I'm no genius. And this one, thank God for a great wife. She said, Darren, what you gonna do with yourself, man?
Wait. Before you get there, you've got to go back, because apparently you completed this test.
Shay. After they just gave me that piece of paper, like you had to go to summer school. Thank you for bringing me back.
Yeah, you had to
go to summer school and then take this test again. Y'all, I failed this test 3 times. 3 times. The 4th time was a charm. And you had to pass the test with a 700. Say, if I can remember, I had a 703, which means I barely finished. Then this one, thank God for a great wife, tricked me to go to college. Through the grace of God, I did better in college than I did in high school.
I think most people do.
Made the dean's list, y'all. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Forget all of that. That's what gave me the job to be the social worker that would later be the thing that would change my life. Yeah. So I love to show people always where it came from. Yeah. I'm no genius. And he that findeth the wife, findeth the good thing. Thank God for my good thing, because college wasn't in my plans anyway, but it's what gave me the job that gave me the vision. And when I started begging people to show me what this was, and they told me, no, y'all, this is what I saw. And you can see that bed on the floor and the lady making 41 grand a month doing it. And when she showed me her Chase Bank app, because y'all, she didn't tell me. She said, there, look, boop, boop, boop,
it's
boop,
like
boop.
The proof is in the pudding. Let me show you.
Y'all, I nearly fainted. They almost had to pick me off the ground, y'all, because I was making 28 grand a year as the social worker sending her all of these people. Lord have mercy. Take this off that screen. One more thing I want to say. Most of y'all, again, got the love of God in you, and you wouldn't do that. Derek, I wouldn't do it that way. Derek, I wouldn't do it that way, because most of us are asking and praying God change our life financially.
Yeah.
And how can he actually do it and you treat people like that?
Yeah.
again, if it wasn't for Shay, and guys, not that I was a lazy cat, I always had a hustle. I always had a little business, right, Shay?
Yeah.
But Shay knew I had a drive in me, and she just said, how can I cultivate this drive? Now, she didn't know no better, so her thought was send him to school. Now, today, I would never send y'all to college. I can teach y'all in 6 months probably less than 6 months if you follow it, than what a 4-year degree will
I'll
give
be
you.
honest, there's more education in having a coach or a consultant than it is in what we went to college
life
for.
And having a mentorship alone is better than any 4-year degree. I don't care where you got it.
Because I tell people all the time, my master's, my MBA taught me, business, but ultimately I learned more in the field than in the classroom. My master's in business administration and my undergrad was it just shows that I can research, I can create something out of nothing in regards to an issue.
That degree brought clarity to kind of who I was and what I was doing. Shay had a great corporate America job. So when I left my social work job, I was still hustling. When Shay came into it, she brought the clarity, the systems. So lucky for y'all today, when y'all pay for my coaching, you don't just pay for coaching. You invest into a system.
Correct.
Like the whole back end, the website build, CRM system, the AI bots and the automations. Guys, I got bots and automations and virtual assistants in the Philippines that run this whole business now. I am not involved in my housing program as I was 7 years ago. A virtual assistant answers the phone and does all the assessments. My CRM system, which is called Digital Flow Solutions, answers the phone even in my VA visit.
Yeah.
The AI bot sets up the appointments for me to go and talk to people. Like, guys, it's all automated. Mm-hmm. So if you're doing everything on your own, you're living in the Flintstone age. This AI is a real thing, and it happens in every business. And if you're not using it, you're already behind the 8 ball. But remember, even tomorrow, even tonight, guys, I'm always on. You can't miss us, right? So let me do this one more thing, Shay. Hold on. And thank you to all of the new people that join us as well, man. We really appreciate that. You guys have a ton of choices.
Let me see if you learned something. Let's see if it works.
Hold on, y'all.
If not, we'll be sitting here like this. Cheesing until the thing goes off.
So, guys, we're out. Y'all be good. Hopefully, if I've done this right, y'all gonna see some commercials and some updates and some of me and Shay on screen. Other than that, you guys be great, and we'll see y'all Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern. If this is your first time ever joining us, first of all, I want to say thank you. Second of all, I hope you're enjoying the content. But probably most importantly, I want you guys to text more info to the phone number 407-326-0086. That's going to give you our introductory webinar that breaks all of this down. And it also gives you a call with someone on our team to answer every question you have before moving forward. Because remember, I don't want you to buy nothing before you have a clear understanding of what this is and how to operate it. So one more time, text only these 2 words, more info, to 407-326-0086, and you will get an immediate download. You click that, you put your name, email address, and phone number, instant download. After watching that webinar, which is about 55 minutes long, first of all, it's going to change your life. Second of all, make sure you book that call, and then you join us 7 days a week on our YouTube channel right here at Forston Consultants, and we'll see you on the other side of success. Let's go. Most people don't fail because they're broke. They fail because they're not in the right room. The ILF Academy is not another Facebook group. It's the cheapest and most affordable access point to learning the independent living facility model. In fact, my masterclass that I taught, it was over 3 hours and 58 minutes. I put that inside of this $5 group. And if you know anything about me, guys, only my one-on-one people get that kind of coaching. But I'm giving it to you all because I want no excuses this year that you didn't know how to get started. So the ILF Academy Elite is only $5, and I'm going to put the link below. We'll see you there. The first step to getting started with your own independent living facility is texting the phrase more info to 407-326-0086. One more time, if you text the phrase more info to that phone number, we're going to give you an immediate text message. You fill out your name, email address, and phone number, and we're going to send it to you instantly to watch it with you and your family or you and your team. And then if you have questions, we want you to join us 7 days a week on our YouTube channel so that we can learn and grow together. But if you think that you want to move forward with one of our coaching products, We'll also speak to you by phone just to make sure that you understand fully what you're getting yourself into. And again, it starts with our webinar. So text more info to the phone number 407-326-0086, and we'll see you on the other side of success.
Hey, Derek, I just want to ask, what's the biggest benefit of independent living facility?
Well, in my opinion, the best form of real estate is shared housing. That's why we invented the independent living facility model, because we view it like this. Why get one house and rent to one income, right? A family usually, mom, dad, 3 kids. What the ILF model does, it allows you to take that same 4-bed, 2-bath home and take 8 people from homeless to hopeful. That's the benefit of shared housing.
So what's the secret to being so successful in the ILF housing model?
The biggest secret literally that we have, and it's kind of no secret because we always say it, we keep God first, right? We love people and we love real estate. So we live by this thing that says that we want to please God, right? Because we believe that if you do that, man, everything else can just fall in place. We believe in helping people. And that's something that's actually in the Bible. God says that when you do unto the least of thee, it's like you're doing it unto him. We also believe in being respected by our community while we're doing it. When I first started this, guys, nobody knew me. Today, we're really well known, but not because of how great I am. It's because of the housing program that's changing the lives in the city in which we live in. And then the last part about it, I want you guys to make enough money to feed your family. So one more time, we believe in pleasing God, helping people, being respected by the community, but I also want you to make enough money to feed your family. And you can do that while doing the independent living facility model. So just text more info, just those 2 words, more info, to 407-326-0086. And that's the first starting point.
David, I know you're not there yet, but remember I told you to act in faith. And while you're doing all the homework that I told you about earlier, always be looking for a property, whether that's on Zillow, Realtor.com, Facebook Marketplace, or word of mouth using your social media. Always be looking for a property, because you just never know when God's going to say, go, it's your time. Yeah, I remember that. But, and you won't believe it, but I actually found a property and it's in one of them HOAs. And see, David, I can tell already you haven't been listening, because that's one of my major rules is that we never start an independent living facility in an HOA or a community association. Because always in the fine print, it's going to say something about you can't run a business inside of here and you can't not sublet, which is the entire model of what we do. Does that make sense? Dennis, would you happen to have a list of things that, you did wrong in the beginning when you first started your independent living facility? What kind of mistakes that you made?
David, that's actually a great question, right? Even coming from you. I wrote a book that's entitled How to Avoid the ILF Fiasco. And in fact, David, it's the 12 dumbest mistakes that are ever made. And because I didn't want other people to make them, I put it in a book. So go to forstonconsultants.com. That's again, forstonconsultants.com, and check it out. That's where you can find all of our ebooks, all of our coaching, and more information about live events.
Well, I'm going to just have to do that then, because that sounds like a good starting point to me. And then I'm going to come to y'all Jacksonville 31st event. I need to be live around y'all too.
That's fine, David, but can I ask what's up with the hat and the sweat across the neck? What's that all about?
Hey, Dennis, I was watching one of your replays on your YouTube channel, over there at Forston Consultants, and you said something about paying us as an affiliate if we refer somebody to y'all and they get the coaching, you will pay me. What does that mean?
David, do you listen or understand anything we talk about? And yes, that's true. We'll literally pay you for using your affiliate link, that if you drive somebody to us for the coaching and they get it, we pay you 40%. We started that last year. Not sure how long Derek could continue to do that, but David, get in now. Text the word affiliate to 407-326-0086. Fill out the information and you're in. It's that easy.
Wow, man. That's a heck of a deal, because basically you telling me if I refer somebody to you for your one-on-one coaching, you're going to give me 40% of that.